Are
Is
you
it?
in the car because you're in prison still?
No, I'm not on good behavior.
Oh, okay. So you're going back to prison then? They
Tomorrow.
made a mistake.
Tomorrow.
Bad when they come running out the door after you as you're leaving.
It is the strangest way to make a dollar, but it,
Better than someone paying you to be in prison. All right, someone
What,
paying for your prison. That's
what are
better.
you doing in prison?
the state of California. Oh, if you'll give me a moment, if you'll indulge me.
Oh, we're gonna get a visual, I think.
Oh.
Stephanie, do you realize his hair looks like it's Gavin Newsom's hair? He's getting toward the Newsom haircut.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is that a good
Okay.
thing or bad thing?
it's a thing.
Okay.
Martin usually gets called out for being looking like one of the property brothers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
This is what the state of California issues to all prisoners in state prisons. It is their electronic babysitter and their electronic link to the world. Theirs comes in a much more robust, unremovable case, but they all get assigned a tablet. It is my job to assist the company who's putting in the tablet system to make sure that it goes in right and it works.
God, that's great, Martin.
So that's
You're
what I'm
so
doing,
smart.
making these tablets work.
So, do people offer you anything to game them to allow them some kind of variance?
Hey now.
They're very very restricted. They only do certain things: read books, watch selected movies that are chosen by the company I work for on this project. So I don't have anything to do with the tablet administration. I just make them work.
So cool.
That's
Hmm.
it.
Your tax dollars at work.
Hard
Yay.
work.
Oh,
Thank you, by the way, for that.
The
you're
tax
welcome.
dollars? It's the least we
Yeah,
could do and not go to jail.
it's a long flow through, but it eventually goes into my pocket. Well, into Stephanie's pocket.
Hey, Becky.
Hey, oh, hi,
Hi.
Harold.
All right. Well, since we have seven, why don't we dive in? So the agenda today talk about our upcoming event, neighborhood garage sale, and then also the birthday party that's on the same day. We'll then also talk a little bit about
Oh
the.
God.
You okay?
Home invasion. I hate
Oh,
those.
Stephanie, you need help?
The cat throwing up on my rug.
oh, what a good time.
Damn it. Like you can hear it and there's nothing I can do. Like excuse me, I have to excuse
Which one
myself.
was it? Which one?
Mama,
Mama. Yeah.
I gotta clean this up before it stains. Keep going, Dustin. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was hoping you could help with the first part. So, and then our election. And then what else do I want to go over with you guys? The summer solstice concert, which I think we'll have another time to plan around. Um, was there anything else anybody else wanted to add to our agenda?
I had some stuff um,
Yeah.
about just the progress or where we are with the dumpster thing. So
Yes. Okay. Sounds
just
sure.
5 minutes of dumpster report.
Yeah. Why don't we start with that?
Okay.
Real quick, anybody else want anything else to talk about? Okay.
Okay.
Um, Chris, why don't we start with dumpster since Stephanie is
Okay.
cleaning up and going to be throwing stuff in a dumpster.
So I didn't realize, but I totally lucked out getting to somebody in waste management before because I just spent 43 minutes today on hold
Okay.
um, before I finally gave up. But I did go a different direction at City Hall rather than going to the city manager. I went to Public Works and they put me in touch with the Capital Contract Division.
Okay.
And so the Capital Contract people, I've left messages with them. And I have great faith in Public Works. I believe these people will call me back. So we will talk about they after talking with some people there, they think that the Capital Contracts people are who we would talk to about working something out with waste management. Called Kevin Jenkins' office again and got to Nancy Salea, who I resent my note to Kevin too, and she's running that past her people, her boss, and so on to get some action on it instead of just letting it fall in Kevin's mailbox.
Okay.
And so I feel good. I think the capital contract people plus Nancy Salier are gonna go further than we got before.
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Just to review the issue, we're talking about a dumpster for the neighborhood as part of kind of a post garage sale, or are we talking about a dumpster for over near Keller?
Near Keller.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And I
Okay.
resent the thing that I sent you. Um, that I resent that content
Okay.
to Nancy to forward our idea.
Awesome. Okay. That's great. Yeah, hopefully something comes of it. It's just such a shame to have that always be a messy, messy place. So
Yeah.
okie dokie. Cool. Any other comments, questions for Chris around this particular topic? No? Okay. Um, Next topic on the agenda. We're gonna skip around a little bit just because Steffi's cleaning barf. Um, the emergency preparedness meeting is planned for Saturday, May 16th from 10 to noon. Frank is bringing in a speaker, Cheryl Drinkwater, and she's going to be talking about home hardening and um, some very specific stuff. But like getting like very specific, like we're talking about vents and like exactly the vents and how they work, and it's gonna be a little more detailed. Uh, Easy to plan. That's gonna take care of. The question I really have for everybody is, uh, should we make it a little bigger event and serve lunch afterwards? Because we did that with the field trip last year. It seemed to work out really great. Everyone kind of stuck around and we all hung out and got to know each other a little more. And so, should we do that? Chris, you got
Depends
your
on what
hand.
we're having for lunch.
What's that?
Nothing, but
Oh,
Oh, so along the lines of home hardening, there was something in the paper yesterday where the state of California is reconsidering some of the mandates about home hardening. And so we should be following that. Right now, it's not a done deal, it's just a proposal
okay.
and has to do with backing off on some of the strictest requirements. Um, so people aren't tearing out quite as much of stuff that they were objecting to.
Mhm.
Uh, so it'd be worthwhile go through it's the Mercury or the it's either the East Bay Times or the Chronicle. You can look it up. For yesterday, there was an article on home hardening.
I
I
wonder if
think
that's
there's an all-day meeting. It's Thursday, I think, where they're going to discuss it, but it's like 5 hours. It's a 5 hour meeting. Did you see that, Chris?
No, I didn't. I would love to know about that.
I'll send it out.
You mean this Thursday?
It's Thursday. Yeah, it's this Thursday, I think.
Okay.
I think it's crazy. I mean, I'm so ashamed that I mean, it's all political. They're talking about making it 1 foot instead of 5 feet. It's awful. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
um if someone wants to kind of take that up and research it more, I'm not sure if there's much we can really do. Maybe it's something we just kind of talk about at the meeting, and when Cheryl's there, we just say, "Hey, Cheryl, kind of give us a lay of the land in terms of what's currently happening." I tend to operate on like until it's changed, we kind of have to operate in terms of what it currently is, you know?
I'm I would say that it affects that we say it's in the air will affect people's attitudes as they're at the meeting. If we
Sure.
and so if we say this what we're saying here is what's presently the law, but it's still being debated, I think that will pique people's interest.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a great point. Okay. Um, any other thoughts around what Chris is specifically talking about in regards to perhaps policy change? No. Okay. So then going back to the event itself, should we try to offer lunch? I know that it brings more people out, which is always a good thing, but
What
How's the
days?
then
budget? How's the budget for it?
we definitely have money for it. Last year we spent about $150 on it. We probably did not need to spend $150 on it. We probably could have gone away with spending 75 or 100 on it. So I think it's a good investment.
Yeah.
And we get it back in donations anyway. So people always contribute. People are so generous. Which let me add that to the agenda too, because I want to talk about the signs that we purchased.
Would it would we want to maybe invite out some vendors to a home hardening seminar, people who offer some of those services? Is that something we wanted to look at doing? People who do the screening over your vents, or people who install generators, or people who do other types of, clearing around for zone zero. Like, would that get more people to come out if there's some information they can get on actual pricing for some of these things?
Are we talking about specifically for this day, or we're talking just in general?
No, for a home hardening, it seems to make a little bit more sense if we're going to be talking about measures for our homes to make them safer, more fire resistant, just better overall. And you can talk to Kevin and Carol and Barbara about some of the systems. Just trying to
I'm
make it more
always in
interactive.
favor of a merchant fair or vendor fair. I don't of some sort, but I know that's a larger issue. I think that's what you're speaking to, right? Kind of.
No, I mean, the vendor fair that we did before was most of the neighborhood people
Yeah.
who offer services. I'm thinking,
One
what
for
if we had vendors
vendors.
come out
Yes.
specific to
Yes.
the emergency preparedness meeting that we're
Right.
holding?
Yes.
Just talk about it, but now you can put what we just talked about into action right there. I think sometimes we all need a little push in that direction.
Does that, if you have people
Updating your
there,
home
does that
wiring,
mean
maybe
you're
have a little
supporting them? Do we have to vet the people we ask to come before
I
the,
mean, I don't know how we would select the vendors, but anybody with a decent reputation online, or comes recommended from someone in the neighborhood, electricians, landscape architects, just anyway,
Yes,
just a thought for that meeting.
if we're talking specifically about home hardening, the Firewise Committee already has a vendor worksheet that we are working on as far as people who are do services specific to that area, not electricians, this is people who do vents and screens and things like that. So um we have a small list starting to build in that category.
So Stephanie, so it sounds like maybe if and when that list becomes more evolved and developed, we could turn that into a bigger event and invite those vendors out to be the neighborhood. Think that's something that's possible?
I'm in favor of that. I support that idea.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe we're just not there yet.
I don't know if we can get it together in
Yeah.
time, but
Maybe not for this event, but something for the end of the year or maybe next year.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do an event in the fall anyway, maybe a earthquake or fire prevention. Maybe that's a good time to invite some of these folks out. Get more participation that way, I think.
Yeah, I'm in favor. Yeah, I'm in favor.
I agree.
Going back to the issue at hand in terms of this particular event, in terms of lunch, is that something that we should try to do?
Sure, let's
Yeah.
throw $100 at it and yes.
Okay. Okay. So we'll aim to do
Sandwiches
lunch.
and
We can work
chips.
out the details. It's easy. I went to Costco and just bought a bunch of salads and just people just grab some dressing. I think Susan made quiche and that was pretty easy. We could do something similar to that. It can't be that hard. So okay, so we'll add lunch to it.
And just so you know, I'm out of town that weekend.
We will not be using your quiche then, Susan. We'll do it the next time. But thank you. That quiche was wonderful, by the way.
Thank
it
you.
was delicious.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you. That's the only kind of question item we had for emergency prep. Is it anything else around emergency prep for this event that we should talk about or people have questions around? No? Okay. And then in regards to emergency prep in general, since we're sort of on the topic, it sounds like
Yeah, I have one comment
Yeah.
to kind of blend the future vendor with the presentation since the people talking are going to be talking about really specific things. maybe they would know some prices and they could put it out there. Like there are, you can probably, I can't remember, we replaced all our vents with Vulcan vents, but we could have done it a lot for a lot less money if all we had done is replace the 8-inch grid screens with 16-inch screens, so that people know that there are options and the difference in the price. And maybe also, I know a lot of, I don't know, I know a few people in the neighborhood who did the work themselves, and they are a lot younger and maybe more able than I would be, or maybe even my husband on some of this, but we had them professionally done, and probably 75% of our events were a piece of cake. And yeah, we could have done them easily, but the other 25%, because of reaching or odd cuts or different sizes, there's a challenge to that. And, maybe little tidbits like that maybe should be mentioned as we go through the list of what kinds of things people can do, and the priority, putting them in some kind of priority. If you're going to do one thing to harden your house, this should be it. And I know we should all be putting on fireproof roofs, not these fire slowly retardant roofs that 90% of us have. But I'm not gonna go replace my good roof yet, just because this one will only keep the fire off for 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. It's better than a wood shake, but it's not a metal roof or a tile roof.
Stephanie, have you seen Cheryl's talk before? Frank didn't really give me a ton of information around it. I'm sort of just taking his word on how this will go, but I get the impression that's interactive, that we could ask those questions that Joanne's asking. But do you have a sense of kind of what and kind of how
I
she'll talk
don't,
about
but
them?
I'm assuming there's going to be a Q&A and we can
Okay.
get more of a format information back. I
Okay.
think it's going to be very similar to things we've done in the past, where they're presenting information and slides, and then we'll have Q&A.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Joanne, so yeah, if you're able to come to the event, or if you can't and just you want to send some questions, we can have
Yeah.
those questions presented for you, because I think you bring up some great points. So, thank you. Moving on, we have neighborhood garage sale coming up. Stephanie, is there anything that you need from us in regard to that, or you want to talk about, or?
Going to send out a reminder email either tonight or tomorrow morning, and then I'll send one last one on Friday saying, hey, everyone, if you want to start advertising what you're going to be putting out on Saturday, now's the time to do that. Reminder that we'll do an afternoon neighborhood birthday party in Saddlebrook Court starting at 3 p.m. And just on a personal note, Dustin, wanting to connect with you to see about picking up some tables or what a good time is to do that.
Okay.
Otherwise, I didn't know if PEIA wanted to throw a couple dollars at fun paper plates and napkins and party hats, or 30-40 bucks or something for that, or if we'll just not. I'm fine either way, but otherwise, just tables and tablecloths and name tags and our usual setup.
We already have.
I have some napkins if you need some, Stephanie. Oh, we're getting a rainbow. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you're in a room,
Nope.
you can see it. It's
Which,
a very strong rainbow right now.
are you looking west?
I'm looking across, am I looking west? I don't know what I'm looking. Across I'm on Brook Park, and I'm
Uh,
looking towards the park,
uh,
what direction is that? North, I think. I don't know.
I-
And it's very, oh, it's a double. It's a double rainbow. Oh my God. This is
Um,
beautiful.
I know that we already have a bunch of like basic supplies, like
Fine.
napkins and stuff. So we definitely use those.
Okay.
But yeah, if we want to spend a little bit of money on decor, like we have the funds for that. Not a big
Okay.
deal.
I was just thinking again, like 30-40 bucks max,
Okay.
just to add a layer of fun. Yes, I know we have napkins, but does
Sure.
if we're having a birthday party, do we want some silly party hats? Like, have fun with it, you know?
Totally, yeah.
Stephanie,
Okay.
I'm out of town, but if I can help, yell at me, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that, Susan. Thank you.
Uh, yeah, I think it's generally okay with it. Yeah. Um, so we could take a vote on it if we wanted to. Let's take a vote on it real quick. Are we all in favor of spending a little bit of money on decor? All in favor? Yay?
Yes.
Yay?
Yeah.
Okay, majority. Awesome.
I
Thank you.
Use your judgment, Stephanie, whatever you think is
Yeah, it'll
smart.
be minimal. Yeah.
Okay. Um, can we send out an email also like the day of the birthday party, like at 2 p.m. saying, hey,
Sure.
birthday party
Yeah.
now? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
One question I sort of had was like, what happens if people don't show up with cupcakes or baked goods or whatnot? And then
So
you would put out
I
beverages
would,
and stuff and like, yeah.
I'm gonna bake a batch myself, and then I might just get some grocery store ones just as backup,
Okay.
and have 30 or 40 available. I'm kind of a little bit counting on the good faith of the neighborhood to show up. It'll be an interesting test.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure about buying 100 cupcakes and then also having
Yeah,
100 show up as well.
sure, totally. Yeah.
And I'll bake some stuff if you want.
That's sweet. That's sweet. And I figured the extras were just taken to the firehouse.
Should we make an
Yeah.
RSVP for this so that we kind of have a sense of how much we need to fill in the gap or leave it?
You know, I can slide that into one of the emails, but and see who responds to try and get an idea.
Yeah,
Right now, commitment wise, just want to be cognizant of how much we're asking people. Like,
totally. Okay. I also
I
just don't
could,
want us to go through a bunch of extra effort when like everyone shows up with stuff and we're like, oh man, we didn't have to buy that. So should find a happy balance.
yeah, it'll be interesting, but
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll slip it in and see what happens.
you kind of balance it like on what you've done for the donut parties. What size group usually shows up for something, and I don't know how many went. I didn't go to the last donut party. I did conflict, but it's at like 30 people, and just kind of plan around what usually comes and see what happens.
Right. Yeah. I think we got that. Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
doing it at a time of day where we don't normally do an event, which is a Saturday afternoon. So that sometimes
Yeah.
throws things off. So okay,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Dustin, can
Well,
I
I
follow up
did.
with
I
you?
did meet some people today when I was passing out flyers that said they would definitely come, and then one person who's not coming because they have a conflict.
Okay, cool.
And thank you for passing out those flyers. That was so short notice. So
That's
thank you for
awesome.
that.
Oh, you're welcome. No,
Yeah,
no.
thank you, Stephanie, for the flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the walkers. Dustin, do you need assistance in putting up A-frames this week to start pre-advertising?
Uh, uh, sort of, kind of, because we have two new ones. I need to prep those. And then I also bought brackets so that they stand up better. But I haven't really found the time. I'll probably end up doing it, unfortunately, probably Thursday night. That's kind of my only time I have available this week. So, can I reach out to you when I have a better idea? If you're available.
Please,
Otherwise, I can do it
yes.
myself. It's not overly difficult. It takes
Okay.
an hour and a half to do it. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
But yes, let's get those A-frames out. Um, awesome sauce. Okay. Um, next item is so wanted to give everyone a quick update on the neighborly need that we campaign that we did the other day. We got a lot of really great contributions. It ended up being, as of right now, $909.25.
Oh, wow.
That's
So
great.
yeah, so
Wow.
people are really, really generous and just super kind. And so it actually kind of creates a good model as to like when we're asking, for help, how to do it. Because that seemed to be really successful and very easy to do. So
I
Was
think
was that
having a specific purpose,
yeah.
yeah, that motivated a couple I know that, yeah, that made a difference rather than just the general pot of money for
Totally.
whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's kind of my biggest takeaway as well. So I think Joanne, you're totally on point with that. we got the new signs. I haven't opened the box yet. We've got the new signs. We got some new brackets, cable and locks, and so we'll see how that goes. And hopefully that solves our problem. All that ended up costing about $250. So in a way, we're profitable, which I like. So yay. Last for moving on, any questions around that? No? Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit off script here. I know Bhakti and Vinay are here. Bhakti, Vinay, did you guys want to talk a little bit about Parker and kind of where we're at with Parker?
Yeah, sure. Where's
Okay.
Vinay?
Vinay's there in a black screen. He's in a black hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm here. I'm cooking, so I'm listening.
oh, we should all be at Vinay's house then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to, you want to share Vinay and I can add, or you want me
Yeah,
to go?
sure. So Bhakti did a great job updating the Parker, both the content as well as she came up with a really cool new, I don't know, what do you call it? A avatar
mascot.
for Parker. It's a beautiful owl. It's now posted on the website as well, so you can go take a look. I sent an email to, I think, most of you. What else? Bhakti, you've created an email to send out to the broader community, informing the neighborhood about this, about the existence of Parker and how they can use it, right? And it's just going through a review, and hopefully we'll send it out in the next day or two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was great to work on. Love the fact that the owl house was just put up.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was like kind of what inspired it. And also the idea that I keep seeing so many folks asking for, hey, who's the contractor? Who did you use for this vendor? And sometimes people forget about the work that you've done on the vendor list. And so this was just a really easy way to go and ask what is our list of plumbers. And it'll come right up. And so you don't have to dig. And for Firewise, whatever information you've gathered, or for Susan, your work on uh, I want to call it escape plan, but I know that's not right.
Emergency exit.
right.
Yeah.
Evacuation.
Yeah, exit plan. Yeah. So,
Go bags.
yeah. So the idea is to kind of, instead of having that scary chat bot feel, we have Parker, who is this beautiful owl that's inspired by our neighborhood owls hooting. And the idea is that you hear the sound everywhere, and hopefully our new owl can help us with all the questions, being that he's a wise owl. So yeah. I hope that we're trying to just finalize the intro, and really maybe even at the next meeting at the birthday party, put out a few QR images. And all it is point your phone at the QR, go to the link, and you'll see the chatbot that Vinay has built and put together. And with his support and guidance, I got to do some work on it. And you can just go in there and use some of the quick questions that are already set up, or ask your own. So that's really the idea. I would love to hear any comments or any thoughts anyone has about, like, what, or this, can you clarify this, or anything else that you might have.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Just went there to visit it. Super cute.
Yeah, isn't he just adorable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm and I love the idea of at night when we all get ready for bed, you can hear Parker, and there's a beautiful home for him. And I'm hoping to get a copy of that, an image of that home, and make it available so people could even look up what the new home looks like. And you don't have to go looking through the email if you missed it. You could just ask the chatbot. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and thanks, Bhakti, for also volunteering to upkeep the chatbot on a monthly basis. So the ask is, if anybody wants to make any updates, send PEIA the content, and we can make a judgment call what should go into the chatbot and what shouldn't. So hopefully on a monthly basis, we can keep it up to date and make it relevant to our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Quick question from a non-techie. I get confused all the time. So if I want to access you guys, all of us on the committee, it's not through the PEIA board email, right? I mean, yeah, that's right, email. So it's individually. I have to, if I want to send something out to the group, I can't send it to the PEIA board email, right? Isn't that right, Stephanie?
You
Somebody
can't
talked.
send
Yeah.
one more
Susan,
time.
yeah. Are you asking if you want to send it to the PIA board members or
Right.
to the group? Yeah.
Yeah, to the board. There isn't like a link, right? I have to send it to each individual people, right?
No.
No? Okay.
I what I know, and you guys can correct me because I'm on the outside here, is I use PIA group. Oh wait, what is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But
PEIA
that just
Oakland.
goes to
PEIA
you and
Oakland, yeah, PIA Oakland.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
So just correct us. What's the right one?
yeah. So okay, so there are two kind of official PEIA email addresses, right? There's the PEIA Google group, which goes out to every neighbor on, in the neighborhood who signed up. Then there's PEIA Oakland, which is the admin email address. Really, that's just myself and Stephanie. So if you want to, send something to kind of the administrators of neighborhood, it comes to us, we shuffle through it, and we'll forward it out. So if you're like, hey, Susan's like, hey, can you forward this out to the entire board? Send it to us, we'll forward it out to the board because we have everyone's email addresses. Or you could email each board member individually or just add it all into one group email. We do not have a Google group email for the board specifically. So there's no
Okay,
one single email address to go out to all the board automatically. Does that make sense?
right. That's what I've been doing, is sending it out individually.
Okay, perfect. Yes, that's how that will work. Yes. Does that help answer your question, Susan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I
perfect.
just want to make sure nobody, I'm doing it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm
Chris,
not sending stuff just to you and Stephanie. If I do want to send something just to admin, I'm sending to you too. But if I want to send it to the board, I'm sending it to individually. I'm grouping the emails I have of the board members.
Correct. Yes, correct.
So
Okay.
Susan, to give you an example, I was working with Vinay on this a lot. But as I wanted to get Stephanie and Dustin's final note, I sent it to the PIA Oakland email, which automatically included Stephanie and Dustin. And then I also added Vinay. So
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
worked great. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Chris, you got your hand up?
Yes. So then if I ask it a question and I think it should know this, then I would use this process to send in what I asked, or would I just use the thing in there where it says I'll submit this to PIA for a direct answer? Which would be the better process?
I think you're going to use the chat bot because they want to keep a history of it there.
Okay, so I'll be in the chat bot and it says, I don't know your answer, but if you click on this, I'll send it off and we'll get you that answer. That's the
Yes.
method. Okay, perfect.
That would be perfect so that
Okay.
we can track it and know what you were asking. And as administrator, I can see what question you asked and that it didn't answer. And so that gives me a little tip on, we need to find this data and populate it. And so then the next time you ask, it will be trained and have it there for you.
Too cool.
So awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. I know one thing that we had talked about the other day, which I think we talked about but didn't set a new time for, which is Bucky and Vinay having a meeting talking about sort of what are the boundaries of kind of what's the information we want to host. Did we want to put a date on the calendar to have that conversation? Since I just have you guys here.
Sure, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to have a chat next week?
Yeah, I'm around. Usually evenings work well.
Can we do like next Tuesday, the 28th, so a week from today at 5 p.m.?
Just checking. Yeah, it works for me.
Okay. Bhakti?
Yeah, I'm checking Tuesday at 5 p.m. That's the 28th.
Yes.
Yeah, that works for me.
Steffi, did you want to join that conversation?
Okay.
If you can.
Yeah. Looking. Theoretically, yes, that looks, yeah,
Okay.
sure. Include me. That'd be nice. Thank you.
Okay. And with that, we also want to add in another conversation with you, Stephanie, as well as which is we kind of have two people taking the same steps, which is Bucky's adding the vendors into Parker, but then simultaneously, as new vendors come up, you're adding it onto the spreadsheet. And I want to be efficient about our time and resources. And so how do we not have two people doing the same thing twice? And so we want to have this conversation around, is there an easier way to kind of manage that process? So could we talk
Yeah.
about that then as well in that meeting?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Anything else about Parker or the website? Thank you, you guys. And thank you, Martin, for also pulling all that together too, because I know you had to do a bit of effort in that.
Yeah, Martin, that looks so adorable. Love it.
It's all been edited. I just put the code in it.
I would love it if those folks here check it out and use it and give me your first run at it. Give me some feedback.
Definitely.
Okay, thanks, Susan, or anyone else that can take a moment. Questions were helpful too. Thank you.
Anything else about Parker website? Otherwise, we move on to the last topic, which is elections. All right, talk about elections real quick. So we have 3 nominations for this year. Chris, who is renewing his term, Stephanie for VP again, and then Rupa to bring her on as co-treasurer. So Chris, you've been nominated. You nominated yourself, which is great. So glad you're here. Would you like to accept your nomination and renew your term?
I do accept my nomination.
Yay! Okay, awesome. And then Steffi, would you like to accept your nomination and renew your term?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. And
No.
Rupa's not here, but I will
No
email her
speech?
No, I said, who am I running against?
yourself.
Okay.
You have a tough opponent yourself.
I will renew if my husband Martin comes on as a webmaster and renews as well. Martin, do you accept a nomination?
Why not?
Okay.
Kind of a team thing.
Okay. And then Rupa, yes, Rupa's not here. So I will email her and ask her to accept as well. So cool. That's it. Anything else anybody else wants to talk about?
I have something.
Chris, go ahead.
I'm looking into a self-defense class with Impact Oakland that they could come out and give for the neighborhood. They can take up to 40 adults. It's 90 minutes, and it does not include hands-on. It's acted out, but they don't have you fighting with their dummy because that's quite a bit more costly. I'm curious if anybody thinks that's a good idea, or should I give up on that?
What kind of class?
It's called Empowerment 101. It's a class. I'll read you quickly. In this class, students develop intuition, situational awareness, congruent body language, and verbal skills to de-escalate and deter assault and harassment, and learn 2 simple and effective physical techniques for self-defense.
Yes, please do it. I think it's great.
Chris, do you know if it looks like where they're sharing, here is like you're at a gas station and keep an eye on your car and make sure your doors are closed? Is it look like that, or is it like attack, or what's it kind of look and feel like that you know of?
That I understand this to be, it's when you're out, it's both. It's situational awareness is anywhere. And so you can, in the class, you'd be able to say, what should I do if I'm at the bank, or what should I do at the gas station, or our parking lots what should I do in the parking lot? They may actually proactively address those things too, because those are all topics that you cover in situational awareness. And so they have send one person. The person demonstrates physical techniques, but doesn't have you participating. There's a more expensive class where they actually have a guy in a suit and you attack him to learn those techniques. But otherwise, they teach you a couple basic techniques so that you feel a little more comfortable and confident in public.
I think it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I do too.
Cool.
Thanks for
I'll
looking
talk to
into
them.
that.
Are we a nonprofit?
No.
No.
Yeah, rats. Okay.
Does that change kind of how you look at this event?
Not really.
Okay.
It costs us 20% more if we're not nonprofit. We get a 20% discount if we're nonprofit.
They'll consider who we are and waive it anyway. I'd ask. Or do they really need a number?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'd ask anyway.
What? I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll chat with them.
To me, I thought we were. It all goes right back into the whole neighborhood anyways.
Yeah, but for a lot of programs, they need the nonprofit profit
Oh,
tax
you're
number,
right, Joanne. Yep.
and you would be spending a lot more money getting that.
Yeah.
up
So
there.
true.
Yeah, it's not a big. It's a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chris, is that a painting of Evie on the wall?
I'd have to see
Oh,
what
I'm sorry. It
what's
looked
my
like,
background.
but I realize it's modern art, and it was.
No, it's a modern art. We
It's
do have
not
a painting of Evie. We have a lovely painting of Evie with a Christmas hat on, but it's in the bookshelf.
With the notion of nonprofit, since we have everyone here, I want to just kind of just take a moment and kind of share. We've talked about it. We've gone through actually a lot of conversations around whether or not it would make sense, and ultimately we kind of decided that just the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. The filing fees, the accounting, liability insurance, all that would probably cost us $2,000 to $3,000 to probably $4,000 or $5,000 a year. And so it just wasn't worth it. And in a way, it gives us kind of more legal exposure. So because we're unofficial, it doesn't really give us as much exposure. So that's the way. We've talked with the attorneys about it, and they've kind of advised us going that direction, just sort of leaving it casual. So not to say that can't change in the future, but just for what we are, this kind of seems to make sense. So
Okay.
just
It's no big deal.
FYI.
From this point of view, it does no effect.
Yeah. Well, unless anything else, anybody else wants to talk about, when we
My
schedule
hand
next
is up.
meeting? I'm sorry.
I know you
someone says-
can't see him. This is Martin. My hand is up.
Oh, yes. Okay. Go ahead, Mark.
Next week is the start of May, which puts us at 4 months to the block party. And it's our 50th. And I think if we're going to really make a big party out of the 50th, we got to start moving on stuff here pretty soon. It's here before we know it. So anyway,
You're
just
right.
want to bring that up and
100% correct. Yeah.
start the wheels turning.
Uh,
Yeah.
since we have a little bit extra time, should we kind of just like hodgepodge a little bit of that now, since we're all here? My idea around the block party, and I want everybody else's idea on it, was we would have our normal block party from 12:30 to 4, like normal, but then we'd also make basically like an evening event as well, where we pull out, kind of like happy hour, wine and kind of whatever else would be fun and appropriate. And the idea really would also be, inviting everybody who lived in the neighborhood at some point in time. And I know that can be really, really big. So if we know people who have left and we can contact them, invite them. And I'm kind of willing to like throw the entire budget at it if we have to, because I know we can raise the money. I think that'd be really, really awesome. That's kind of the extent of what my thought process is, but it's 50. And so make it the biggest bash you possibly can make it. What are some other thoughts?
I'll go. I like that idea of having it large and inclusive and inviting people who have attended in the past. Um, I'm not sure about extending the hours to make it longer. That's later in the day for cleanup. Now we've got a 4.5 hour event. I would love to do like a big toast during the middle. And sure, let's bring out the champagne and have everybody at 2 o'clock do a champagne toast or whatever it is. I like your idea theoretically of the happy hour. I'm just not sure if we're going to get people, if it's warm out, to stay for a 4 to 5 now hour event.
Gonna be a long time. That's a lot of
I was
stimulation.
thinking, yeah, and I apologize, I probably wasn't as clear in my mind because it's still kind of coming together. I think we'd still clean up at normal time, but then just, kind of keep a few tables out, pull out some wine, have some disposable cups, like, and then just kind of minimize it. But we're all kind of still hanging out on the street, and like I'd open up my garage and people could sit inside. We could play some cards or watch the game or whatever. But sort of just like a summer, just like a summertime neighborhood, like, oh, we're all sort of out arbitrarily and oh, this is amazing. That's kind of what my thought is. But yes, I agree with you on the standpoint of like, let's not do cleanup at like 8 p.m.
I do
Yeah,
like
there's
the idea of a
yeah.
break and then, something afterward. After cleanup, it's kind of a deep breath, maybe half hour, and then, that sounds fun. That sounds nice.
I mean, the other thing to be cognizant about is getting enough volunteers if we have an extended event. I mean, we should do something more aggressive about recruiting volunteers. Becomes a challenge to manage 2 different events otherwise.
Can I nominate Renee for chairperson of the block party?
I'm not committing right now, but we can talk about it.
That's a very diplomatic answer.
From somebody who used to party in San Francisco, we have this saying about deheating and reheating. Like once you're kind of out, it's hard to break and then like come back again later. Sometimes you lose the group, the people, the momentum, the thing. So theoretically, like I hear you and I love the vision. I'm worried about having that break and then just kind of losing people.
Stephanie, I think you're right. I think that the reality is that there are 2 separate events. They are not one event that gets extended.
Are you envisioning then we have a separate happy hour?
I'm just saying that it's an issue. It is a real issue that it's not like you're just lengthening an event. You're creating 2 events.
Yeah, yes, I hear that argument, but we're not looking to create another block party. We're looking to get a small group of people who have been in the neighborhood and want to just reminisce quieter, not, the block party is a festive event with lots of kids and action and music and things. And I think Dustin's trying to build a more sophisticated adult sunset happy hour type party, which I think would be great because we're not looking to get a 1-to-1. We're looking to get, 20% of who showed up during the block party.
Okay.
That's how I see it. And to Dustin, you can tell me if I'm crazy or not.
No, I think how you're visioning is kind of how I'm thinking about it. If we sort of think about like how Halloween works, where people just sort of have these like little pods of like, oh, people hang on this driveway, people hang on this driveway. And I just think about all the neighbors who are going to come back and they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in 20 years. I can't stop talking with you. And just giving them a space and an environment that is, there's some beverages, there's a bathroom they could use. They can just not have to go home. They can just stay there and keep connecting. Because I just think this neighborhood is just amazing, and so I never want that energy to ever leave. And if we can just keep that energy there for however, I mean, if it goes to midnight, I'll leave my garage open until midnight. People could just keep hanging out. Like I'm happy to be the hub, but I think that's so important.
Supply a Nicho bar, and I'm there.
Okay. We can keep talking about it, but that was kind of the initial thoughts, and so maybe everyone just kind of marinate on it. Stephanie, how do you want to go about trying to find kind of a block party leader or host coordinator for this year, or since this is 50th, should we just do it and try to find someone for 51?
Continues to be an issue of finding lead volunteers. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, thank you, Martin, for bringing it up that it is coming soon. I think we should put the request out to the neighborhood that we're seeking assistance and, a committee as well as potentially a lead volunteer, because I know how it's going to end up.
Yeah. Do you want to put something together or do you want me to put something together?
If you would put something together,
I'll put something
that would
together.
be great.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So,
People can respond with their interests, but I feel like we do this every year and we never find someone.
yeah.
And I would really like to see greater participation.
You know who'd be good to touch for that might be, Ann and Doug, what's your last name? Up the
Mhm.
street. They're real social. They might like participating. Do you know who I mean?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ed and Dan. Yep.
Yeah, Anne's on the block party committee already. So, and what's great is we have a great committee. So even though we may not have like, here's the leader, everyone kind of knows their role and everyone kind of just steps in, takes care of things. So it always kind of comes together really well. Um, but yeah, it helps when we have someone who's just like, okay, we got everything in order. So not that we can't handle it, but we want to spread the responsibilities out. It helps with good neighborhood energy. So thank you, Mark, for bringing that up. Super important that we did. So thank you. Anything else? Otherwise let's set up our next meeting time. So
I had a question for Chris. I don't know if you already covered this. We had talked about uh, the dumpster.
Yes,
Chris, any luck hunting down somebody?
yes, we talked about it earlier.
Oh, you did? Okay, so
So
I
I can talk.
yeah, I can call you later.
Okay.
Chris, if you want to give Vinay the 30-second summary since you got him right here, that's totally fine.
Gonna move the Diet Cokes off my summary. The summary says, I started looking at different places. I got some of the public works that I'm looking into, capital contracts division, who may be the person that we would talk to about redirecting or working this out from the Oakland side. I got through to someone in Kevin Jenkins' office who I've resubmitted the letter to Kevin to, who's going to walk it a little more effectively through the process. I spent 45 minutes on hold at Waste Management. So it was pure luck that I got as far as I did last time.
Okay. Thank you. I'll follow up with you.
All right. Thank you, Chris. So meeting next time, can we do Tuesday, May 19th, same time, 6:30?
Yeah, that works.
That work for people?
Yep,
Sure.
works for me.
Any objections? Okay. Awesome.
Okay,
Let's see.
Tuesday, May 19th, you say what time?
6:30.
6:30, okay.
Cool. Last item, last agenda item is we are trying to make sure board members have something to do between now and the next meeting. So, where should we start? Vinay, I guess we're gonna have a meeting next week. So I feel like that's your continued work on Parker. So I think that's a good thing. Chris, you want to keep following up on the dumpsters?
Two things. I'll do the dumpsters and I will look into the self-defense thing.
Lovely. That sounds great. Yeah, we could always host a special event. That's fun. Um, Martin, what's on your table, lack of a better term?
I mean, I'm trying to get back into a regular groove with the website. I know I've been
Okay.
a little bit distracted, but
Okay.
I want to make sure I touch it at least twice a month.
Okay.
If you want to sit down and go over some updates, let's put it on the calendar for an evening.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We haven't had a chat about the website in a while, so I think it'd be good for us to kind of reconnect on that and kind of think what is sort of the next 2 years of website going to look like. Knowing
Yeah.
that your schedule's getting busier too, I want to be conscious of the fact that we all have limited resources. That's either time or money, and we got to be super smart about how we kind of pick it and kind of what we commit to. So
Weekends are good.
weekends are good. Okay, could we do like a Friday afternoon? Would that be okay for you?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Like, 5, 6 later in the day.
Could we do I want to prep for this weekend's event on Friday, so that may not work, but could we do maybe Friday the 8th?
I think so. Yeah, put
Okay.
it on the calendar. 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
6 o'clock?
5. Yeah. 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay.
5 sounds great.
All right.
Thanks, man. Stephanie, anything
Yes.
I figured
I will
the
do
events are
work.
coming up, right? That you're
Yeah.
talking about. Okay. Can I lean on you for emergency preparedness stuff if I need any help with that? Okay, awesome. And I'll take care of everything else. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for your help. Great meeting.
Thank you.
Justin.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, thank you.